It's been a while and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm very disorganized today. It's Christmas Eve. This is Crafting with Natalia. My name is Natalia and I decided to finally record a pre-Christmas, well, it will come out on Christmas, hopefully, video just to really wish you all Merry Christmas and share some things I've been working on in December and apparently opening some packages as well. Well, not just this one. I received a few days ago, Thursday, and today is Saturday. Hello, this is a crazy channel where nothing makes sense. This is a channel about cross-stitch, diamond painting, and various crafts depending on how I feel on the day when I'm recording, but usually lately it's been cross-stitch. So today will also be a lot of cross-stitch, though I have been diamond painting a little bit. I have too many things I want to tell you guys, too many things, and too little time because it's Christmas Eve, so you know I have to record this, I have to edit this, and then I have to still finish cooking stuff, and then I'll be like video calling my family in the evening, because this year I'm not in Poland for Christmas. This year I'm kind of working I was working yesterday until late, and then I'm working between Christmas, so this year I'm here in London. But I've cooked already this morning quite a bit, and I will continue. I have a couple more things I need to do after this video, and then I'm connecting with my family and my husband's family. We're gonna like chat together and then eat some food probably. Well, I will be eating, and and for Christmas everybody eats a lot of food, no? That's one thing all countries do. And so so I have to try and be quick, so this is not going to be a long update. Fortunately, I've not been doing a whole lot of things, or it doesn't feel like I have been doing a whole lot of things to show you. But yes, so I started telling you I received some packages, so I will be opening them with you today. I received a very exciting package on Thursday, so 2 days ago. I came back from work to a surprise package from my friend Anne in Australia, my stitchy friend, and that's a beautiful package, so I will show you towards the end of this video. You'll be welcome to open that package with me. And right now, as I sat down to record this video, guess what happened? My doorbell rang, and I was like wondering, okay, that's probably Amazon delivery, because I'm waiting for one thing, because I broke a bowl. I had this glass bowl which I really loved, like a Pyrex one, and I broke it yesterday, and I bought a new one, and so I thought it was gonna arrive today. Well, it's not. I'm not in a rush to get it, but my Amazon told me, because I'm Prime, so it told me it's gonna arrive today. So I thought this must be Amazon, but it wasn't Amazon. It was another courier. Anyway, let's not go into details of the courier, but this is something I thought I wasn't going to get before Christmas. I thought I didn't realize that this wasn't going to be delivered with the mail, because we've had mail strikes in the UK. We've had lots of postal strikes, so I thought, well, this is just not going to arrive, but it has arrived. So towards the end of the video, we will open this together as well. I haven't opened it yet, so that's very exciting. But first of all, what have I been up to? No, it doesn't feel like I've done a whole lot since my last video. So that's part of the reason why I haven't recorded any in between videos. But also I kept running out of time somehow. I don't know, December has been a hectic month. At work, it has been horrible at work. I hate my work at the moment. I mean, I don't hate what I do, but people can make it difficult, I think, and it can be, very full-on and stressful in terms of also interacting with other people. So that hasn't been so much fun, and I've been working quite a lot. And then there's been other things to do. There's been things like baking Christmas cookies for like we had a Christmas lunch at work, which they didn't turn out how they were supposed to turn out. I was doing more experimenting with the chestnuts. So in my last video I showed you how to make chestnuts, and now I've actually tested 2 different methods, well, total 3, with that first video that I've showed you. And I came to a conclusion that actually the best way to make chestnuts is just to cut them, so like make the slit in them, and then just put them in the oven and roast them for about maybe 25 to half an hour, and they are perfect. So I decided maybe there's no point bothering to boil them anymore, because actually they're very, very good if you don't even boil them. And one tip, if you are making chestnuts, this is really a very Very random video, isn't it? A whole Merry Christmas. But if you are making Christmas, if you are making chestnuts, a tip that we found online with my hubby is that you can use, when they're still very hot, they come out of the oven, you can use like a tea towel, basically to press on them, clamp them up together, to crush the skin, and then it peels off much more easily. And actually they do generally peel off much more easily when they are hot. So just a little tip for Christmas chestnut making, in case if you have any chestnuts and you're going to make chestnuts. That's what I learned over the past month. But in terms of crafting, there hasn't been a whole lot going on. I did work on that diamond painting I showed you last time. I will insert a picture here of where I got to. So I did manage to finish half of it, and then I kind of got distracted with other things. But I did make some progress, so that's good. I did finish my worry monster. So Worry Monster was a crochet project. I was sending a couple of Worry Monsters to Hull in England, where a lovely lady from the lady's name is Katie, and she kind of opened, I don't know what you call it. Is this an organization? I don't know how to call it. But it's kind of like a charity, I guess you can call. I don't know if it is an official charity, but she's doing work to promote mental health in kids. Basically they were doing this Worry Monster appeal, asking for people to make Worry Monsters and send them to them. And then they had event last Wednesday, so like 3 days ago, basically 21st of December. You can check out posts on the Ruben's Voice. That's what the organization is called. I will put it on the screen. So Katie, she's doing beautiful work through this. She opened that initiative, and they had this event where every kid got to meet the Santa. They were together with the parents. They were taught a little bit how they can use the Worry Monsters to manage their anxiety or their worries, and then every kid could pick a worry monster to take home with them. And Katie agreed that I can share. She sent me some pictures, and she was very happy for me to share them. So I will insert here as well a picture of Katie's daughters when they received my Worry Monsters in the mail, and also the two lovely girls who have picked my Worry Monsters as well. I'm so excited that I could contribute and that my Worry Monsters could make someone happy. So I hope they're going to do a wonderful job eating all of these worries away and making these lovely girls happy. So that was my crochet project finished. And what else? Now I've forgotten. In terms of stitching, I haven't done a whole lot of Christmas stitching. If you've seen my last video, you heard about my struggle with the Mill Hill kit that I received from Edita, my lovely stitchy friend. So that is now finished, and it is here. Let me take it off. Yes. This is a lovely Mill Hill star ornament. I have no idea what it's called because I've forgotten. But it's, well, if you go to Mill Hill Ornaments, I'm sure you can find it. It's got a beautiful, like a crystal star in the middle. And it's mostly stitched in white and grey. And then it's got like backstitch with red crayonique. And then it's got like little white and red beads on top. So it's really beautiful, very Christmassy, very cute. I've never finished an ornament before, so that was very exciting for me. Although I did end up stitching it on plastic rather than perforated paper, but that seemed to have worked out fine. The thing that was really scary about this was cutting it out. It took me forever because I was so terrified I was going to cut through the stitches accidentally and then ruin this whole thing. So I spent forever cutting this out, and I was like, this is too stressful. This honestly is too stressful. So I'm very happy to stitch this. I wish I had someone else who would cut it for me. But yeah, but that was really fun. I haven't stitched my other mill hill ornament yet. I've got it here, but I haven't actually stitched it. I may stitch it over Christmas, I don't know, because I feel like that would be something fun to do. And yeah, I just finished it with a piece of felt from all these lovely felts that I got in the Smalls exchange on Stitch in London. I got like a collection of little pieces of felt. They were all like in Christmassy colors, so I thought that would work really well, but it's cut out quite badly, so I'm not gonna show you it close up. So yeah, I don't really know. Let me see if I can hang this somehow. Hi guys, I pressed the pause button and then I restarted, or I thought I restarted and I didn't, and I talked to you for about 10 minutes before I realized, and now I have no idea what I said already. I was showing you the ornament. And I don't know if I've shown you. Did I show you that I was gonna stitch this? I don't know. I think I did. Oh, this is so confusing, guys. This is really confusing. Now I was on a roll. I was doing so well, and now I don't know where I was because my phone. I don't know why it didn't press the button. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the other bit of Christmas stitching that I've done. But now this is really strange because I feel like I've already told you everything, and now I have to tell you again. This week hasn't been going well for me. Let me just tell you that nothing is going according to plan this week, so this video isn't either. But I think I did tell you that I was going to maybe stitch this over Christmas, or maybe not. Let's see. Okay. But I definitely haven't told you yet about this. I mean, I have, but you haven't heard it. But so the other bit of Christmas stitching that I did was the Thursday of Christmas by Hello from Liz Mathews. Okay, and this one is this. And I am stitching the rectangular version. So I want to stitch the whole series for this. I want to stitch every day. So far she has released 7 days, I think. And I've got, I think 4 or 5 of them already in my stash. I've started on 3, but 1 you can't really say I've started. I barely put a few stitches in. And the second day of Christmas I have quite a lot done, but I haven't. I thought I was going to finish it this year, but then I actually haven't stitched on it at all this December. I may come back to it. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe at some other point in the year, maybe January or February or something. But yeah, it's not going to be finished this year, I don't think. So the second day of Christmas I also have quite a bit stitched, but I haven't made any progress this month. And some of them, so basically some of them I prefer in the rectangular version, and some of them I prefer as a tree. And this one I prefer the rectangular version, which is this one. I am stitching it all in DMCs, so you have 2 options when you stitch this. You can stitch it in DMCs or NPI silks. So I'm stitching in DMCs, and they're all the called for colors. I am stitching it on a purple fabric from a shop which I can never remember the name of, and I quite often forget about this shop, but there's a shop in the UK with hand-dyed fabrics, and it's called, I think, Jodyri Designs, but I don't know why I think there's an X. Maybe there's no X. Jodyri Designs, I don't know. I will put it on the screen and in the description. It will be down there for you to see. I always list all the projects I talk about, and if I forget to list something, please just ask me in the comments and I will put it there. Okay, so if I can find it, so I think last time I showed it to you was probably around January time. So if I took a picture then and I can find it of how it looked like, then I will insert here what it looked like last time when I showed you. And if not, I'm just going to show you this. So this is where I am now. Okay, and so I almost finished the bird. So I still have the wing to fill in. I finished most of the leaves. I only have a few leaves left around here and here, And then I've got all the pairs still left to do. This one, this one, this one, and but basically everywhere you have holes, there's going to be pairs, and obviously the border is not finished yet. I have started on one pair, but then I think I got distracted with something else and I jumped somewhere else. This project is so fun to stitch. I really recommend it. It's I kind of forgot how much I enjoyed it last year. So last year I stitched on it in December, and then I kind of put it away for a year pretty much, and I only picked it up now again. And I don't know, when I picked it up I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I want to stitch on it, and then I started stitching on it and I really enjoyed myself. I was like, oh, this is really fun, I love it. And I really especially enjoy stitching all the leaves, and they're just really fun to stitch. Yeah, I may insert a picture or a little video taken with my back camera just so you can have a closer look at it as well. But yeah, it's a really fun project. So that's that. Now, I don't know if I said anything else before that now I forgot to say, but I think I told you most things, so that's fine. So we can move on. Okay, so now non-Christmas stitching. And there's not a lot of it, so don't worry. So one thing, this is not really stitching, but I finally fully finished, well, if you can call it that, but fully finished my my black work. It isn't proper cross stitch, this is black work. And my molecular model from Steady Thread. So it's this one here, and I can, you can't see it because this is too high. But basically you can stand it up. It's like, so what I did something, because I didn't know how to finish this at all, and I didn't really want to put it in the frame because it's not important enough to be inside the frame, and then it got really big as well with a frame. But what I figured out, I could use this thing in the frames, you know, that stands by itself like this. So let me see if I can show you. But don't laugh, there's mess on my table. Yeah, so kind of like this, right? Okay, let me just move my things. Okay, here. No? Like that. Yeah, so it stands like that. So basically it's got this standy thing from the, when you have pictures, like photographs. You have this like, I just realized I'm sitting really funny. I hope you guys can't see it, but I've got my foot here. So, okay, I'll take it. But yeah, basically it's like the back of the frame but without the frame, and I basically just put this on a sticky board, and then I just used some double-sided tape to tape it up to this, and it seems to be holding well enough. If not, I may use some glue if it starts falling up. I think it's just this corner, but I think maybe I just need to add a bit of double-sided tape here. But yeah, basically it's like nice way just to like maybe finish something that you don't want to have a big frame for, or I don't know, and you still want to stand it up on your desk, or like I thought maybe I could take it to work even and put it on my desk or on the shelf above my desk. So I don't know, I may do that. Well, I wanted to tell you, there was something else. What was it? Oh, I know. So last time when you saw this, when I said I was done with it, it didn't have this frame, the white frame, and I kept kind of like, it felt like it wasn't quite finished. So when I thought that I could put it like this on this thing, like this on this thing, I'm sorry, I don't have proper language to describe this. But when I thought I could finish it like this, I thought it still doesn't look finished. So I added this just a one thread kind of frame, a square frame around the design, so it gives it like a frame, a stitched frame, rather than, I don't have a solid frame around it, like a wooden frame or anything, but I do have a stitched frame, and so it gives it a more finished look. So that's what I did. Okay, so anyway, so I may put it, I don't know yet what I'll do with it, if I'll take it to work or not, or just maybe at some point when the Christmas is over, I won't have anything to put here, so I might put it here for a while until I figure out what else I can display here. Sorry, there's noise on the road as usual. Okay, but what was I gonna say? I'm not gonna pause my camera anymore because now I'm worried it's gonna do this thing again when it doesn't record again. And this day, I'm not gonna touch it anymore from this point onwards. Let me just put this away. But the other part of non-Christmas stitching, and that's my last project I think that I have to share with you today, is the seahorse. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not done with the seahorse. No, I'm not finished with it. I'm kind of losing hope I will ever be finished with it. I would maybe be closer to finish, but I've been frogging last night, this morning. Just frog. Basically, I'm trying to stitch the seaweed around the seahorse. So I'll insert a picture here of what the finished seahorse should look like. And this, I finished all the stitching in the actual seahorse. So yes, you wouldn't know this because that was after my last video. I finished all the back stitch on the seahorse. So that's exciting. I can try and, oh no, actually last time I showed you, I don't think I took a picture of what it looked like. So you just have to believe me, the back stitch wasn't finished. And now I finished all the back stitch on the seahorse, and I'm working on the seaweed. And I'm almost done with the seaweed, but I keep getting it wrong, and then I have to frog it back. Because the seaweed is a little bit tricky, because there's all these little steps. And if you miscount your stitches, or you do too many steps or too little steps, then they go wrong, and then you have to figure out how to match them up, and then, you know, sometimes it's just easier to frog it back. Sometimes I'm trying to like fudge it a little bit, but sometimes I just... Anyway, so I'm making mistakes on that. So I haven't finished, but I'll show you what I have. So with seaweed, we are almost there. Here. Dum, dum, dum. So hopefully you can see. I don't know. Can you see? I don't know. It's not coming. I'm trying to find the right light. Maybe from far away it looks better. I don't know. I will insert a picture or possibly a video of it with my back camera, so hopefully you can see in more detail. Maybe the light isn't the best today to show it, but hopefully you can see at least a little bit. It's just, it gets darker sometimes when I get too close, and then when I get very close, then it gets lighter again, but then you can't actually see the whole seahorse, so that's a bit... Yeah, but you can maybe see like this. That's the top of it. And then this is the tail. The tail was a lot of backstitch. Okay, this backstitch, guys, this backstitch took... My goodness. It took a very long time to do. Because there's a lot of backstitch, and it's all done in Kreinik. So it can be a little bit frustrating because sometimes I would cut a piece of Kreinik that's maybe too long, and sometimes it would break. This Kreinik sometimes breaks. I think if you have too long piece and do it too many times, eventually it rubs against your fabric and it can break. So then I started using shorter pieces, but the reason why I don't like using shorter pieces of Kreinik is because every time I have to thread it, oh, it's such a pain to thread, because it like splits, the end splits into multiple bits. So I don't like threading it through the needle. But I had to, obviously do it quite a few times because there was a lot of backstitch and it took a long time and a lot of thread. I think in the chart they said to buy three spools of Kreinik. That dark blue kind of, it's a very lovely Kreinik. I don't have it with me here. I think I may have put it away now because I finished stitching with it. But it's a beautiful, like kind of very nice blue Kreinik. So they recommended in the chart, I'm using a chart from a magazine, but you can buy it separately, and I will show you in a minute because we're gonna have a giveaway today. So, in 2 minutes. So the Kreinik, yeah, they said 3 spools, but actually for me 2 spools were enough. I didn't even use full 2. I still have some leftovers from the second spool, basically. So I'd say if you're stitching it on 16 count, you probably don't need 3. Yeah, I guess it depends how you do your backstitch, how far you go. but I was trying to be economical. A lot of that is very small steps. So a lot of the back stitch is like literally one stitch, like very small stitches. Not like long back stitch, but actually like quite short back stitch. So it does take, I think that's why it takes so long to do. But so yes, I had a bit of a panic before this video because I thought I accidentally maybe chucked this away, but I didn't. I find it. But I did promise you a seahorse giveaway, and because it's Christmas, so to celebrate Christmas and to celebrate all of you, my lovely subscribers who are there, we are doing a Christmas giveaway, which is not at all Christmas themed, but it doesn't matter, does it? Because anyway, Christmas will be over now, so you'll be wanting to stitch something else than Christmassy things. So here I bought a printed chart of this seahorse. This is from originally Creative Poppy, but I actually got this from Arts and Designs in the UK, because I wanted to have a printed one so that I can put it in an envelope and ship to you, so you can have a physical gift from me. And also because, you know, with PDF charts, it gets a bit tricky with the copyrights, because if I buy PDF chart, then I technically have access to it and then I distribute it to someone else. So, you know, it's just a bit easier to send printed charts. And I really wanted to do a seahorse giveaway because I love the seahorse. He is one of my favorite projects that I've ever stitched, and he's really fun to stitch. He's really easy to stitch because there's not a lot of confetti at all. It's quite nice, simple color blocking. There's maybe like 15 colors, so not a whole lot of colors. He's not too big. He only takes me so long to do it. It's because I have like a million other projects and other things I like doing. So because of that, for me, it's taking very long time, and also I stitch very slowly. But for someone who would just stitch on him, or you know, on just a couple of projects, he would probably just take, I don't know, not very long at all. I think you could, you know, definitely less than a month. I don't know, but if you're a fast stitcher, probably a couple of weeks. You know, you'll be done. I don't know, 2-3 weeks. Yeah, but I'm not. So yeah, so it's a lovely chart to stitch. So I didn't think about this before the video. I didn't think about this at all. But basically, anybody can enter this giveaway. I don't really have rules in terms of like I mean, you have to give me your address. You have to be over 18. So and if you're not, then ask your parents to comment just to be sure that we are on the safe side. But other than that, there are no rules. It would be great if you subscribe to my channel, because my channel is so fun. But really, just the fact that you're watching this video until this point is already, you know, good enough. I don't think that many people watch my videos, so don't worry. The competition isn't high. So if you enter for this giveaway, you have high chances of winning. What should we do for the word? I didn't think about this. So this is called the Glorious Seahorse, but I think like just in case if someone wants to leave me a comment that's to do with a seahorse, like that's to comment on my seahorse, but they may not want to enter the giveaway. So to not make it difficult for them, we're not going to use the word seahorse. But in the comment below, should we do the Christmas word? I don't know. Yeah, I think the Christmas word will probably be the best idea, seeing that this is a Christmas video. So should we go for Santa? Let's say because there's nothing Santa related other than my Santa hat in this video, and really, you know, you don't need to comment on that. You can just say hat if you want to comment on my hat. But you can use the word Santa in your comment in any sentence you want, or even without a sentence. And yeah, if you say Santa in your comment, then I will know that you want to enter the giveaway. And before my next video, which I don't know when it will be, but I think, so I'm away next weekend. I'm away because I'm going to Vienna to meet my husband. Oh yes, I haven't told you. my husband has been applying for a visa to come back to me to the UK. He's been away now for 5 months. He finally had a response and he has gotten his visa, so he's coming back home in January. He's coming back home on January 15th, so it probably won't be then. And I've got a stitchy day on January 14th in Stansted with the Essex Needle group, so that'll be fun too. So most likely it will be the weekend between. So I'm away next weekend, which is basically the 1st of January kind of weekend. So then probably the weekend 7 and 8 of January, but please don't take my word. Like sometimes I really do want to record a video, but things just pop up in my life, or for whatever reason I'm just not able to record a video because I do have a busy life and other things sometimes get in the way. But I think it will be that weekend 7 or 8 of January when I will record the next video, and so you can at least try and enter the comment before then, so that I will draw a winner basically at random from people who left Santa in their comments, and then I will send you this wherever you are in the world. I will pop it in an envelope and I will send it to you. Okay, so that's the giveaway. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I always forget something, but now I'm going to insert that video. I recorded it a bit earlier, which now I'm annoyed because I had really bad lighting and now the sun came out. But I don't know, that there may be bad lighting in that video, but hopefully you can see the wonderful gift that I received from Anne, and then I will unpack something else with you, and then I may tell you a little bit about my plans or lack of plans for 2023, or at least the very start of 2023, and then we'll have to wrap it up. Okay, so enjoy the video and see you after. So I got this big parcel from Anne all the way from Australia. It's just amazing, and I was expecting, I wasn't really expecting anything. I had a really bad day at work, a horrible day. And I got a few emails during the day and I didn't check them, and then at the end of the day I see an email, oh, there's a parcel for you to pick up from the concierge. So because the concierge is a little bit kind of, you have to walk for a few minutes to get there. So anytime when they get the parcel and they send me an email. And so basically I picked up that email and then I was wondering, oh, what could it be? Because I haven't actually ordered that many things recently, and the only thing I could think of was my order from the Evertotes, which I'm still waiting for. So I thought, oh, it's probably that one. And then I went to the concierge and then I collected this big box. It's a really big box, look guys. And I was like, oh, what is it? And then I saw it says Australia Post. And then on the box there was Anne's name, as a sender, and I was like so surprised. I completely wasn't expecting it. At some point in the past, Anne has mentioned that she wanted to make me a project bag, so I did think, maybe at some point she may send me a project bag, but I completely even forgot about that. I wasn't thinking about that at all, and then this appeared. And so when I saw this box, I thought to myself, ooh, there must be the project bag, but I was a bit surprised it's such a big box. At the same time, I was like, well, there must be a very big project bag. But anyway, I wasn't really expecting anything else than the project bag. And then look guys what I found. Okay, I'm just gonna take this wrapping up. This is so lovely. So lovely. So this being from Australia, I got some Australian sweets. I got some golden gaytime popcorn, which looks like some sort of sweet popcorn. I don't know, I need to try it, I'll let you know. I haven't had it before, but it looks very yummy. And then I got some blackcurrant pastilles, which I also haven't had, so I'm looking forward to that. And I got Tim Tams, guys, I got Tim Tams. If you've ever been to Australia, I'm sure you came across Tim Tams. So I used to live in Australia for a year, and then again for 3 months later on. And that's one thing that I really miss about Australia, among many other things. But one of the things I miss about Australia is Tim Tams. And they are, if you ever are in Australia, you should try them. And these are my favorite, actually. I don't know how Anne knew it, but these are my favorite, the double coated chocolate Tim Tams. And they are lovely, lovely biscuits, which are coated in a thick layer of chocolate, and they have like this creamy filling in the middle. And they are the best biscuits, honestly, for me at least. So I'm very happy with that. I was very excited about Tim Tams. But then I kind of had a sneak peek and I saw something that got me even more excited. But let's go step by step. So one thing that I got as well, I think this is a washi tape. A washi tape which is like Van Gogh kind of, let me see if I can open it. I have some other Van Gogh washi tape, so this will fit really nicely in my collection. So this one, this is the painting, I don't know what it's called. You probably recognize it. It's the one, it has like a cypress kind of, cypress tree, how do you call it? I don't know. There's this tree here that's very characteristic of Van Gogh. It's a very famous painting. You've probably seen it, so you know what I'm talking about if you're familiar with Van Gogh. And there's also having a cross-stitch kit from either National Gallery or Royalist. I can't speak as usual, but there are also cross-stitch kits with this painting as well. Okay, so the washi tape, which I can use for diamond painting, it's very helpful when you diamond paint and you want to cover your glue around the edges of the diamond painting. So I'm going to use it for that. And Anne knows that I love Van Gogh, so she knew what she was doing. And then, look guys, look. So here we have some floss drops. I think you can call them floss drops. They're like very, very sparkly, colorful, like I don't know how to describe it. Crinkle. Sorry for the crinkles, but they look like this. Really, really pretty. Yeah, so you can put your floss on that. So that's lovely. I should definitely use that. And then we have some lovely. Oh my god, there's a whale. I didn't see the whale before. Oh, that's so cute. That is super cute. Which way? This way. Oh, she knows I love the sea. So she also sent me beautiful blue and sea colored silks from Silks for You. That's absolutely amazing. She is so generous, Anne, sending me all these beautiful gifts, but that's not even the end of them yet. But this one is variegated, well, hopefully you can see some like how it looks, but it basically has like shades of blue and purple and slightly greenish kind of seawater almost. So these are beautiful colors, and this one is like a deep blue. So yeah, I'm very excited to have them. I don't know yet where I'm going to use them, but I'm going to for now put them in my stash and think about it, what I can do with them. But they're absolutely beautiful. Love them. Okay, so yeah, and they're quite big, you know, they're quite big skeins as well, so very generous. Then I got a little card. I haven't opened it yet. Yeah, so that's I'm gonna read it later, definitely. And look guys, look what she got me. So first of all, oh, she packed it so beautifully. My goodness. This is it's kind of a shame to open this. But she got me, oh, I see what she did. She's put it inside. Okay, so there's a project bag, right? Okay, but inside the project bag, look guys, that's a mermaid from Mirabilia. And let me just put the box away so we have more space. That mermaid is actually out of print. So I contacted Anne because I glimpsed it and underneath the paper, and I was like, oh my god, what did you get me? And then she said, oh, I was lucky enough to get two of them at a reasonable price. And so she got one for herself and one for me. So we're going to stitch them together, which is very exciting. And look at this project bag, first of all, guys. Look at it. So yeah, so she knows that I love the sea and I love stitching things. You know, I had my All Things Sea craft along, which I'm sure I'm going to get back to very soon as well. I mean, I've been stitching on my seahorse, so that fits the theme. But I think I'll always have something sea themed in my project. And yeah, and she had this beautiful fabric. And she basically thought about me, when she saw this fabric, she thought, oh, I'd love to make a project bag for Natalia, apparently. So that is so sweet. So she made this project bag. She does a beautiful job. She's got an Etsy shop. At least she used to. I think she still has it. I don't know. But if I need to check. But if I find it, first of all, I will link Anne's Instagram account, because she's got a lovely stitching account with lots of lovely, beautiful, she does beautiful stitching, and I think on there also she had a link to her Etsy shop, so I will try and link her Etsy shop as well if I find that link as well, or I can ask her and I will link that as well. So that will be in the description below. And yeah, so, and look at the lining of the bag as well. It's got this beautiful fabric on the inside. It's made beautifully, honestly. Oh, it's super pretty. And I love the octopuses. Octopus is one of my favorite animals, I think. I really love octopus. Okay, and so here's the Mirabilia chart. So yes, I glimpsed it before, and yeah, I was shocked when I saw this initially. And I think, you know, guys, I've had this fabric that I bought recently from Megan from Coffee Craft Fabrics. And I couldn't figure out what to stitch on it for the longest time, because the thing, I initially thought I was going to stitch, then I thought it wasn't going to work, I would need to convert it, but I couldn't actually think of how to convert it. So then I kind of started looking at other things, but I wasn't convinced about anything. And so I think this is a sign, the fact that I received this mermaid, I think she has to be stitched on that fabric. However, I have actually had a look on Facebook because I wanted to see what it looks like stitched, and I found someone stitched a really beautiful conversion, and I think that conversion would stand out more on my fabric, and it's really pretty. And that person shared the conversion as well. I will insert a picture that I found as well of that conversion, so you can have a look. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm very excited about that as well. I am missing a few threads, so I will place an order, and yeah, in the new year, I really want to make a start on it, because I'm so excited, to be honest. I kind of want to start on her now, this very moment, but she has to wait just a little bit until I sort out some other things. But yeah, I will start on her soon, because I'm just too excited, and it's such a beautiful gift that I don't want to delay her. So she will be quite early in the new year. I think I will start her. So anyway, so that's my stitchy kindness. I've never had I've had some stitchy kindness before, or like other kindness from my viewers, which is super sweet. Well, recently Edita sent me the Mill Hill kit, which is also, it's so lovely, and that was stitchy kindness, a beautiful, I really enjoyed stitching that Mill Hill kit as well. It's just such a lovely thing when you receive something, especially when you don't expect it, which you never know, kind of when someone may send you something. It's just so sweet. So I'm very excited, honestly. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it so much. Yeah, and I'm so looking forward to stitching on her. Yay! Okay, so hopefully now you've seen my little video unboxing of my very exciting Christmas gift. You guys have been so generous sending me gifts. It's amazing. I'm very, very excited. And there's nothing better than receiving a surprise gift, honestly. And today this is also a surprise, because I really thought I wasn't going to receive this on time. This is my first ever order from Evertote. Okay, so Evertote is, I'm sure you're familiar, but in case if you're not, Evertote is a company run by Caroline, and from Canada, who has she has two Flosstube channels actually, one specific for the shop and one kind of non-specific for the shop. You may know her as Off the Grid Needle Arts, and I can't remember, I think it's Notes from the Workshop, Evertote's Notes from the Workshop. I will link both her channels below. And she's doing, on her shop channel, she's doing floss tubes with Carrie, who is the dyer of the Roxy, now it's going to be Roxy Co Floss. It used to be Leo and Roxy Floss. Floss Co. Leo and Roxy Floss Co, which now is going to be only Roxy Floss Co, I think. Anyway, so they have lovely floss, and they have some lovely hand-dyed fabrics, and they sell also charts as well, and lovely sets of, like, if you want to get like a nice conversion of a chart in the Leon Roxy floss, and you can also get like with a project bag, and they've got some beautiful things in their shop. Anyway, this is my first ever order from them, which came about because when I was in Rome with my hubby recently, someone tagged me on Facebook and like, oh, have you seen this? And I was like, what? And that was when Jacob from the Mother Folk Embroidery released his next year's stitch along. And obviously everybody was very excited about it. And obviously I got very excited about it. I love the full, beautiful, big stitch along, but I already have a lot of big projects on the go. And I am starting hoity-toity, that's part of the plans for next year. In January, I already told you, we're starting a sale with a couple of my stitchy friends, a hoity-toity sale. So the hoity-toity from Long Dog Samplers, we are going to stitch that. So I want to stitch that at the start of January. Well, start that at the start of January, and then I will be stitching it for a long time because it's a long project. It's a big project from Long Dog, so long as well. But it's a big project, so it's gonna take me a while to stitch. And I didn't really want. And also, maybe I wasn't sure if I want to stitch this full piece, but I really love the idea that Jacob also released the 4 charts with the middle, kind of the inside of the piece. And you can stitch either just one of them, you can stitch all 4 of them, or I think you can also replace the middle, you know, with any of the big piece with any of them. But I thought I'd love to stitch at least one. Like, I think eventually I'd love to stitch all of them, but I think, you know, they're quite big as well. In the like when you combine them all, that's a lot of stitches. So I'm not gonna be able to stitch all 4 of them next year. There's no chance for that. But at least maybe I could stitch one next year. No, I may be able to finish one. I think I may pull it off, because they're not so huge, so I should be able. Now I'm very scared to open this because I know there's a fabric inside. So that gives me anxiety right now. How am I going to cut through this envelope? There's no indication where you can cut safely. So I'm a little bit stressed about this right now. I think there's nothing here other than bubble wrap. So let me, oh god, this is really giving me anxiety, but I will try and open it. Let me see. Now I can have a peek inside what's inside. Okay, I think we're safe. Yeah, all good. Okay. So basically, let me tell you in the meantime what happened is that I saw this release, and I saw that you could either buy, well, I saw that the recommended threads from Jacob were actually from Evertote, and I've been wanting to order some threads from Evertote forever. And I thought, why don't I order, also because I really love stitching from paper charts, even though I know it kind of takes longer and it's more easy to make mistake when you stitch from paper charts, but I really like stitching from paper charts. I just like not having to use my phone, especially in the evening, because I'm trying to reduce how much phone I use in the evening, and or if I travel, I can just pull a paper and not have to worry about having my phone. So I kind of like that, or I can be on the phone to someone and stitch. So yes, so it's kind of easier. I don't know, I just enjoy stitching from paper charts. So I thought, why don't I order the paper charts from Evertote, because they sell paper charts as well, from Jacob. And I could order a piece of fabric from them as well, why not? And to match up with the floss, and yeah, the floss. But actually, I think the floss I bought is not exactly what was recommended. Not the blue one. Because I think Jacob... Oh, yes, sorry, I just saw there's a little note, happy stitching, yeah, thank you, okay, good. So yes, but I have, good, it tells me what I ordered. But so I think Jacob recommended like a very dark blue that's almost black. And it was a little bit too dark for my liking. So I got a different blue. So just in case if you don't know, this is the chart. This is what I would like to stitch. And I need to pick, I think the one that I will stitch is actually that one that was in the original design. I think that's the one that I will start with. And when I finish this one, I think I will start one of the other ones. Maybe this, I quite like this one. So I'm kind of a little bit broken, maybe I should stitch this one first. Because I think this one maybe is my favorite, I don't know. But I like this one as well because it's got birds. I love birds. And a little heart. I think these two are my favorites anyway. This one I like, but I think I would modify it a little bit because it doesn't have any... You know, on the inside, in these ones, these have like these filling, kind of like golden filling inside the motifs, and this one doesn't. So I thought this one would need to be, I would probably change it slightly so that there's a little bit of that second lighter color inside of here as well, rather than it just being the fabric coming through. But for now, obviously this is me just speculating, and I'm not going to stitch this for now. This one is, I think, my least favorite. I don't know. So for now, I would concentrate on these two guys. But I haven't fully decided which one I'm gonna stitch. Let's see. So okay, so yes, that's the chart. And then there's a little package here. So I ordered some dirty porcelain apparently. Dirty porcelain fabric. And it's 36 count linen I ordered. So here you go, it's this one. It's just a kind of light beigey kind of color. So it's a very lovely fabric actually. I love it. Yeah. It's it's pretty. It is pretty. Yeah, so I've got this lovely piece of fabric. Yeah, it's quite small, but I did use the little app for how much fabric I need, and I don't think you need a whole lot of fabric for these because they're actually quite small. Now, if you look at how many stitches there are, you know, in terms of width and here for each little square, there are not so many. Now I can't remember. I want to show you the chart. But it does tell you as well here in the measurements how tall they are. So 36 count in centimeters. It will take you 17.5 by 19 centimeters, basically. So there's room here definitely to do it. There should be margins here to do it. So that's that. It just seems very small. I know it's just small, but it's a really nice fabric. Lovely fabric. And then, ooh. So I ordered, that's gonna be interesting. It's more variegated than I actually anticipated, to be honest. From the picture, it doesn't look that variegated. But I went for lighter. It's still a dark blue, but it's not as dark. I think that's what Jacob recommended. It's the planetarium. I think that's how you say this. Planetarium. And then the second one is the... No, that's still blue. It's the caramel. It's the caramel. So I got these two threads. Planetarium and caramel. It looks darker, the blue looks darker on the video than it is in real life, to be honest. It is not such a dark blue. It's It's really hard to, well, it is dark. Okay, it is dark, but it's quite blue. It's not as black, let's say, as it looks on the video here. Yeah, it's quite blue. It's a beautiful deep blue. So that's very exciting. So yes, so that will be the two colors, obviously. I think that would look lovely. Yeah. How exciting. Okay, yeah, so that's my haul, I guess you can say, my Christmas present from Evertote. So yeah, it's like Christmas present for myself, just order from Evertotes. I'm very excited about it. So now that I've received it, because originally I was really hoping I will get it before Christmas, because I wanted to start it kind of during the Christmas holidays. So I don't have that many holidays, but I think there's even like from Floss Friends UK, there's a chat I think on the 27th stitching this. So I thought maybe I'll have it ready so I can also start it on the 27th. And then I thought, well, this morning I was like, oh yeah, it hasn't arrived. Well, but that's fine because I've got plenty other things to stitch. But now it has arrived. So now I don't know, but I kind of just want to stitch it now. So so I don't know, but I have to actually cook some things first, and but maybe in the evening, maybe when I edit this video I may do a sneaky start. Okay, and yeah, so in terms of 2023, I don't have plans. I think I may try over the next kind of the days that I have off work, so maybe like 27th or 28th, I may try and record a video which will be like summarizing this year. So we can talk about what I managed or what I didn't manage to achieve this year, and what whips I, how many whips I have, and what I finished, what I didn't finish, what I started, that kind of thing. If anybody's interested, I may do that. And then, and I think that will also include like, I may include some, because I haven't actually worked on so many like diamond paintings this year, or so many crochet projects, or there was a couple embroidery projects, so I may include them in that as well, because there's not so many. And I know that a lot of you who watch these Flosstube videos are multi-crafters, and some of you actually don't even stitch. I know there are some diamond painters who watch my Flosstube, which I find is hilarious, but also super sweet that you guys want to watch my Flosstube videos even though you're not stitchers yourselves. But yes, I may do that, but there won't be a video with plans for 2023, because I spent quite a bit of time thinking about this, guys, and trying to make a plan, trying to think how many hours I should spend on this project, and how many days on this project, and what should I prioritize. And I tried making so many different plans, and every time I made a plan, it just made me sad, because every one of my plan I had to exclude a lot of projects, because I have too many projects, and probably there will be new things I will want to be doing, or there will be, I may decide I want to do a different craft or something on. And basically I'm unpredictable. I kind of like to roll with how I feel. So on a specific day like today, I may have planned to finish the seaweed of the seahorse, but I'm kind of, after frogging last night, I'm kind of sick of the seaweed, and maybe I want to start this, today. And why should I not start it? Because I made a plan. So what did I made a plan, Who cares? I made a plan. But so really, there's no point of me spending hours making a plan, which I'm never going to follow. And also it's disappointing for you guys, because now I'm going to tell you all these plans I have, and I'm not going to do any of that, which I do anyway in my videos. I always tell you I'm going to work on this and this, and I never do. So basically don't ever listen to my plans, and there's not going to be a 2023 plan video. We're just going to roll with the year. I know some things. I do want to participate in some stitch alongs like this one. I do want to participate. I may finish, at least I think I could finish one of them by the end of the year. Let's see. I will definitely start the hoity-toity stitch along in January. So if you would like to join us stitching hoity-toity from Long Dog Samplers, please do. There will be, well, there's already a hashtag on Instagram that we're just going to use as well, that some people in the past created. It's hoity-toity Sal, S-A-L. So very simple. There will be a January squirrel sal as well. That's a new sal that we're doing also with a couple of my stitchy friends. I think it's actually like 4 or 5 of us wanting to stitch some squirrels, mainly gathering acorns from cottage garden samplings, which I started, but I haven't done much progress on. So I will pick this one back up, and I have another squirrel from the Owl Forest embroidery, so at least one of these 2 squirrels will be stitched on in January, and maybe both of them. But again, I'm not promising any finishes or how much progress out. It may literally be, you know, I just add some stitches in and that will be it. I don't know, because as you hear, there's a lot of things I want to stitch that are new things. Another sal that I want to join is from Teresa Little Stitcher, who's one of my favorite floss tubers. She's doing a sal as well with fancy ladies or fancy men or fancy anything. And I picked my fancy lady, which is really a very early birthday gift to myself. I've kitted her up. I'm just missing one type of bead, which I couldn't find at the time. But there she is. And I'm very, very excited about her. My first ever Bella Filipina. Did I already damage? Yeah, I may have already scratched the chart. My very first Bella Filipina. And the hummingbird pixie. Hummingbird pixie. She is super cute. Very rainbowy. Very cheeky. Very flirtatious. And I love her. So that pixie is going to be my first Bella Filipina. I'm going to be stitching her for the Teresa Made Me Do It sal from Teresa Little Stitcher. I'm very excited. I have this lovely fabric. Let me show you. It's my usual, one of my favorite colors, isn't it? I always pick. This was, to be fair, I thought this was going to be more green. But it's more kind of, again, sea green. It's called peacock green. But it's a lovely color, so I'm gonna go with it. It's beautiful. It's sparkly. It's opalescent linen. Linen from XJU Design. And it's more green probably than it shows. Yeah, like this. Lovely opalescent. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a bit more intense kind of green, a bit less sea green. But I think it still will, I can't speak. It will still look beautifully, I think. She should look beautiful on a green sparkly fabric. So, yeah, because she is quite peacocky in her colors as well. So that's that. So that's another thing I want to start at the start of the year. Another sal. So really, if you do the maths, I have no chance of stitching on all the projects I want to stitch and getting progress on all the projects I want to stitch and finishing things and coming back to my older webs, because yeah, the plans are very depressing. They basically, all the plans I made with my mathematical calculations of how much I can stitch, they were like just depressing me, because I'm like, oh, okay, I should just give up now. You're never gonna get anything done. So let's not think about it. Let's just enjoy it. Let's enjoy the process. Let's enjoy starting things, participating in stitch-alongs as they come. Let's see what grabs my attention, what I enjoy stitching on, or what may happen. Let's just go with the flow and see what happens. And that's my plan for 2023. I hope you can join me in some of the sals as well, and let me know if you are joining in any of those sals I mentioned. Maybe Teresa's sal. I know it's a very popular one. And there's no strict rules, so if you have any fancy lady on the go, or if you want to start one, I think you can join in with the hashtag as well. I will include all the hashtags underneath, hopefully, if I remember them all. But definitely Teresa's one I will include. I will link her channel below in case if you'd like to check her out and you haven't yet heard of her, which would be really strange. She's very popular. Okay. That's it. Now I have to go and get myself sorted because it's Christmas Eve. So guys, happy Christmas. Enjoy yourselves. I hope you find some time to stitch. yeah, let me know what you're stitching on this Christmas if you are. Yeah, let me know how you're doing. I'm terrible at replying the comments these days, mainly because life has been horrible and I've just not been feeling like I want to check anything, any messages. I'm late with my messages, with responding to comments and stuff, so please forgive me. But I love you so much. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And yes, have a happy Christmas. If I don't see you before the new year, then have a wonderful, happy new year. But I may see you, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I feel like I'm forgetting something, but it's too late now. I won't remember. So anyway, hope to see you next time. Bye bye.